fortunate. Hello. I was very fortunate to start in research and development and collective intelligence back in 1974 when the head of the computer science department said nobody would ever waste the power of a computer doing electronic mail. Dr. Murray Turoff and Roxanne Heltz established the Computerized Conference and Communication Center at New Jersey Institute of Technology, where I had gone back to school after 5 years in data processing to study artificial intelligence. And Murray said, you can spend your whole life and you might build a computer program as smart as one human. But consider the possibilities if we could develop a collective intelligence. And that's been my life's quest. It turns out to be a lot harder than we thought it was. But we defined, Murray Turoff defined collective intelligence as the ability of a group to develop better problem solutions than the best individual in the group. So we would have everyone come up with a solution to a problem, and then after the group experiment, we would say have experts judge the solutions to see which was better, whether they did better. And the overall thing was that with common principles, goals, and specialized roles and tasks, allow the emergence of a collective being when the group obeys behavioral norms, habits, processes, and structured communications sufficiently such that the group identity exhibits collective behavior that exceeds the contribution from the individual. And one of the things, the main thing takeaway from the research is that there is a higher intelligence than the human intelligence, than the individual human. And that together we can have a collective being that's greater than the self. And this is sometimes the fifth voice or ghost soprano, in a barbershop quartet or medieval music, where there's a voice heard that is not sung by any of the participants, but comes out of the combination of each one's part. Very quickly, big takeaways. Smaller teams work better reporting to larger groups. We found that if you pair people 2 by 2 and then bring the 2 by 2 together and then bring them to the larger group, there was a greater collective intelligence, collective being created. The facilitation leadership. Groups without leadership or facilitation did not reach consensus. They did not exhibit a collective intelligence, either with the group solutions. With a leader, and even with computer feedback leadership, showing them where the agreement was and where the disagreement was, the groups developed a collective intelligence. That identifying the agreement and putting opposing views together fostered these synergetic solutions, these win-win-win solutions. And John Keldon has come up with a notion, which I think is good to share with the group here, that there's only two reasons for making a decision. It's either out of fear or it's out of love. And when we make our decisions out of love, we're going to get that collective intelligence. We're going to make better decisions. We're going to find that collective intelligence. Experimentation over planning, test alternatives, objective criteria. Makes sense. Equal participation. Okay, our face-to-face groups and some other groups, we had conversation dominated by 1 or 2 people, and I know I'm guilty of it, I'm sorry. Usually male, and these groups did not exhibit collective intelligence. where there was equal participation of both male and female participants, we got a greater collective intelligence. Working out loud, making people aware of the whole process of what's going on, what everyone's doing, gives that collective being reality. Common habits processes, delayed choice, engaging expertise, up to 5 experts. If you have more than 5 experts, you'll have a worse decision. You won't get the collective intelligence. Organic specialization, serendipity. Okay, when we have groups of people all doing little things by themselves, you get this serendipity that happens that invokes the collective intelligence. And then gamification, anonymity added to the group, improved the collective intelligence when they could say what they really felt under the guise of anonymity or a pen name. Thank you very much.